32 inches with an ultra-wide 96-inch beam and rated for a 250 to 300 horsepower engine, the Caracal STS boasts agility and speed and is finished with premium features to satisfy any angler. Bass Cat Boats. Feel the rush.
Live coverage moving on into the afternoon. Progressive Bassmaster Elite Series Yokohama Tire Bassmaster Elite at Lake St. Clair. Skeeter Boats providing our live coverage today, making that possible. Sure appreciate that. It has been a pleasure start to finish at this event. We have not lacked for action. That is for sure. And Trey McKinney has certainly blown the thing wide open. Pretty much got started on that with day number 1, but really started stretching it out over day number 2. It's actually a little bit less than it was earlier. Had about a 10-pound lead.
Yeah, we've seen action with all 10 of these anglers, but it's just been a little more action in Trey McKinney's boat.
That's right, yeah. To make a big difference on that leaderboard. We get you caught up on everything that we've seen today with our Lose Midday report here. Right in the middle of Sunday afternoon, Championship Sunday, and we started our day early with Matt Robertson out there, where he's been, I guess, all week, Davey.
Yeah, he's been, started in Anchor Bay, but didn't stay there long on Thursday morning. You're right, he went out to basically to the shipping channel, the U.S.-Canadian border in the middle of Lake St. Clair, and has had an area to himself, or as close to himself as you can get for August on Lake St. Clair. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's lost a few, or he would be a little higher than 4th place, but hey, 4th place finish for Matt Robertson at this point of 2025, he'll take it.
And I think he's been dubbed stupid earlier in the day, but I think he made a smart decision on day 1, getting some fish in the boat before taking this big risk. He knew it was a big risk, and he's been saying since he came out here, I'm only here to win. And so now I can stay out here, that I've done good work up at Anchor.
Kyoya Fujita's been strong, solid all the way through, very, very consistent, especially over the first 3 days. He slipped a position early on today and has kind of sat there in 3rd place all day long.
Yeah, speaking of I'm here to win, that's the way Kyoya, that's his mindset on every event that we have a camera in the boat with him. You can see he's totally focused. He's caught a lot of fish. He's been in the mix, the top 5, for 99% of this tournament. And gosh, I'm surprised. I'm sure he is, but I'm surprised we haven't seen him hook up with more 5-pound, maybe not a 6, but more lower level 5-pound smallmouth bass. He's caught a lot of 4s.
Yeah, 22.
But not the 5.5s like Trey McKinney has.
22-13, 23-1, and 21-2. Kind of a little low from what we probably think.
Logan Parks, a 2nd-year elite from Alabama, having a fantastic season here, made 5 cuts.
Yeah, Logan's had a good year. First top 10, though, and if he stays where he is now, and if it's going to be by far his best finish in his young elite series career, unofficially in 2nd place, 88 pounds, 11 ounces. Made his big move on day 2. He had 25 pounds and change. Like you mentioned, Ronnie, it's kind of hard to even say, but he really stumped his toe with 19-12 on day 1. That's not a bad day any other time in most any other place, but on Lake St. Clair this week, 19-12 would not have you among the top 10 of the day.
Yeah, and it's not always indicative of what we see at the weigh-in of how their day went, because 19-12 has them in the 40s and 50s, but if he lost 2 or 3 big ones, he may have been on par. Like, he was around this quality all week. It wasn't something he found on day 2. This should have been his day 1 weight.
Good news for Logan Parks. One last thing is yesterday about this time is when he caught his biggest fish. So maybe he's got a chance to make a little move.
Yes, sir. Trey McKinney came to this tournament. Was it 13 points back in the Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year race? And he took care of his first order of business on day number 1 by moving up into the lead.
Yeah. We heard Mark Zona, Dave Mercer, Kyle Jesse on the halftime show. I think they all agreed, and we all agree. Coming in this tournament, not many people thought that Trey McKinney would outfish Chris Johnston on this lake this week. He has not only outfished Chris Johnston, he has outfished, just flat out outfished the entire Bassmaster Elite Series field. He caught them early and often. Started out the first morning with a 5-pounder and a 4-pounder. He was catching the right size, and he has done that for 4 straight days. 4 and 5-pounders, one after the other.
Not on a magic spot, hidden away from everyone else. He's kind of been right in the middle of the mainstream here. Maybe edges of a little bit, but man.
Yeah, that's what makes it even more impressive that we've talked
His
about.
4-day weights, each one is in the top 9 of this whole event of the best weights.
Wow.
You know, Tucker Smith with 26.2, but then he has an 18-pound day, 25.9 for Logan Parks, and he has a 19-12 day.
Consistency.
He's consistently caught
4 and 5
plus,
pounders.
yeah.
Yep.
Shoya Fujita.
Yes, maybe 4.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Everything's around 4 pounds for him.
Everything.
Won 4.5, but he's right near 4 the rest of them. You said something prophetic yesterday, Davey Height. You said, don't let up on Chris Johnson when those guys are, him and his brother, when they're behind. And he rose up yesterday.
He really did.
22 and change to get, he was almost in the top 10, finished 11th.
Yeah.
I watched most of the weigh-in, but I did not see him weigh. And then when I looked at where he finished 11th, I almost made the cut. It shocked me. He made a surge yesterday.
He had fallen into the 30s, and he'd catch a 4-pounder, move up to upper 20s, and then he was 24th, and then bam, he comes. He was 3 pounds light on his bass track.
Don't sell them short at
No.
cross either, but like we were just talking about, better not count Trey McKinney out either, because a lot of people thought he would lose some ground here, and he certainly did.
The story before this event, he's saying, oh, I like lacrosse. So watch out.
Cole Sand's been in the 20s every day throughout this tournament.
Be close to helping.
Super consistent.
Cross is another one of those places where you can get in trouble just having fun because you're just not on the right caliber. You're catching a lot, but you need to find a 3.5 instead of a 3.
Not a bad one. Be close. It's another skinny. Oh, you're blind on one eye too. Another skinny one though. He is hooked great. Nice. Not 4 pounds probably, but he's heavy 3. Just too skinny.
Well, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but we can't help but thinking about the next and final stop for the year for the Bassmaster Elite Series. We're going west, headed west through Michigan, over to the state of Wisconsin, across Lake Michigan there, all the way over to the other side of the state. And the mighty Mississippi River flows through the Twin Cities, and out of there they start, well, in the Twin Cities is where our lock and dam system starts. We'll be fishing pool 7, 8, and 9.
Some guys won't be idle, though. They're going to head over to Leech Lake, Ultra,
that's
Minnesota, to do the Open and then come down. So no rest for the weary. Jay Shakurit's had that plan the whole time, so he's already getting to Leech Lake right now.
Have that live coverage of the final day, which is last Saturday?
Yeah,
next Saturday or Friday? Saturday. Of course, next week, August 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at the Mississippi River to wrap it up.